Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cooking Up with Pat. We are 9 days away from Christmas, and I decided to dedicate this show to the kids. We're gonna make a simple sugar cookie recipe. I'm gonna post it below, and then we're gonna decorate it for Christmas. Okay, to get started making our sugar cookies, we are gonna take 2 sticks of butter, unsalted. We're gonna cream it with a cup of sugar. I'm gonna use organic sugar. And once we get this nice and soft, we will mix it with our dry ingredients. Now we're gonna mix our dry ingredients. 2 cups and 3/4. It's 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And then we're going to use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm gonna mix that up real good. And then we'll add this to our creamy ingredients. The butter and sugar seems to be pretty creamy. So now I'm gonna add 1 large egg. You can do it over a bowl if you'd like, so that you don't drop any eggshells in. I won't drop any eggshells, that's why I did it that way. All right, now I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. You can always add a little bit extra. Give it that nice vanilla flavor. And then I'm gonna cream that. Once we get this nice and incorporated, I will be ready to mix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. Now we're going. Okay, I've been mixing this up. I think I got all the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients all mixed well. Now it is a dough. So you want to take the dough out. I'm going to roll it up like a meatloaf. Then I'm going to put it on my parchment paper. And then I'm just going to roll it up in the parchment paper and then put it in the refrigerator to chill it. I'll keep it in there about 2 hours, and then we will roll out this dough nice and flat, and then we'll be ready to cut our cookies. Now it's time for the fun part. Make sure you clean off a nice big surface on your counter, because this is where we're going to roll out the dough. But first you want to just flour up an area where you're going to roll the dough. You don't want it to stick to the counter. And the kids can help do this. Okay, I'm going to take half of the dough, put it on the flour, take my rolling pin, and roll it out. You want to roll it to whatever thickness you like, maybe 3/4 thick or 1/4 thick. Just depending on how thick you want your cookies. So I'm going to finish rolling this out, and then we'll be ready to use the cookie cutter. I rolled it out, and I think I can do a couple of cookies out of this half. I went to Michael's and I picked up some cookie cutters. This is a nice big Christmas tree. And then I picked up some Snowman. So we're gonna cut out some of these and put them on the cookie tray, and we'll be ready to bake. Okay, Here are my cookie cutters. I have one big snowman. Cut him out. I have one big Christmas tree. Cut him out. And then we'll do our medium-sized snowman. Okay, now let's see if we can get him out without breaking him. Gotta do it very gently. Okay. Put him on my cookie sheet. Let's get this other snowman. Slide a knife underneath. Put him on the cookie sheet. Now we have this big Christmas tree. We'll push all the dough aside. And I'm going to try to push him out of the mold. All right. And then this Christmas tree, this mold pulls out little pieces. So we're just going to make sure we get them to fall out. The oven is ready. I cut out a couple of different things like some candy canes and snowflakes. And we are ready to bake. We're gonna bake this on 400 for about 7 to 10 minutes. Then we'll take them out, cool them, and the best part of all, we'll be ready to decorate. Okay, we're gonna work on our Christmas trees. First thing you wanna do is paint your Christmas tree green. So we're gonna put on a little cookie icing. We'll put it all over like this. Now we're gonna try to work it in with the back of a spoon, or if you have paint brushes. I found some spice drops and I'm gonna fit them in these holes somehow. Sometimes you just have to cut them. Maybe you can get them in. Okay, that one went in. Okay, I put some yellow garland. You can go this way. If you make a little mistake, the cookie icing is hard, so you can just scoop it off with something. And then everything should be okay. Okay, now we're gonna put some lights on the garland. This is tricky because you don't want it to run, so you gotta take it nice and slow. Put some blue lights. Then we're gonna put some red lights. Maybe some green lights. I'm melting some white chocolate, and then we're going to dip our snowman in it, and our snowflakes and candy canes and whatever else we can use it for. So I'm just going to melt it down, have some water in the pot, a glass Pyrex bowl, and soon it will melt and we will be ready. Okay, we're ready to decorate the snowman. We're going to put those black sprinkles on his hat to make his hat. So we're gonna cover the chocolate like right underneath the hat line. And then we are gonna pour on the black sprinkles. Okay, I have his hat on. And now it's time to give him some eyes. You gotta have a real steady hand to do this. If you don't, you can always ask Mommy and Daddy for some help. Okay, I got his eyes and his mouth on. Now I'm gonna add his nose. I went and bought some candy corns. Don't want his nose to be too long, so I'm gonna cut it. And then we're gonna put it, I think I'll cut a little bit more. Then we're gonna put it right where his nose should be. All right. Now we have to put his ribbon around his hat. So I'm gonna grab my red cookie icing, and we're gonna go from one side to the other. Nice and slow. Okay. I know they always had these little flowers going around his hat. So I'm gonna take some of these little sprinkles, flower sprinkles. You can put one, or you could put two. I'm just gonna go all around the ribbon. I took my cotton candy and I took a scissor and I cut out a piece that looks like a scarf. Now this is kind of tricky because you can't have wet hands or the cotton candy will shrink up. Okay, here's the rest of his scarf. I just cut out a couple more pieces. I'm gonna put it right underneath, like that. There you have it, Christmas cookies. I hope I gave you some ideas for when you make your Christmas cookies. Please like and subscribe the page, and please post your pictures of your cookies. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.